Hello everyone, Coffee Mug here. I am back at Novice. I just finished up my work on Volcanus. And I wanted to do a few things here before I went off to Gleba. One, I wanted to finish this yellow science build, which will be right here. I had this little area here, which is sort of my intermediate kind of science base, where everything here does 1800 science per minute. So I just wanted to finish this up and get all of my Novice Science is finished, and so I just got to do this yellow one. I started laying out all the buildings I need to kind of match up with the on the beacon version, and so I have this set up here. So the yellow science build is basically the same as my purple science build. I had just flipped it to give as much space as possible between these two trains, just to make the loading and unloading. I knew it'll be. I like that there's a little more space, basically. So that's why I did that. I'm gonna have my low density structures here. So I actually already built these out when I was just gonna like place my stuff, and then I got excited to start building before I started recording. So I have my little molten copper and steel iron come in to make my low density structures. So that's the last. I'll need this plastic, so that ends here. That just makes its way around. And so next I'm going to do these blue circuits, and that's going to go on the same belt as these flying robot frames, and so that will make its way up. Probably like right here is where it'll be. And so that those get picked up right here. Okay, then the yellow science will make its way up and out to the train. So now I just gotta kind of place all these. That's kind of my next task. And so when I was thinking also about upcoming research, there's really nothing that yellow science here can do alone, other than what I already have. So, because most of the yellow stuff is paired with the space science, which is kind of strange. So after this, I'm going to work on my space science. So it's gonna come after this. So let's work on this build here. Let me show you my plan as what I'm planning to do here. So this was the yellow science build I'm going with. So I had these 7 yellow science with 3 of the rare quality tier 3 productivity modules and 1 of the epic ones. So that basically gives me a full half green belt, non-stacked green belt, which is 1800 per minute. So this whole every science in my little unit here makes 1800. I needed 4 of these low density structures with 4 beacons. Just when I was thinking about how I'd lay this out, I was also envisioning, what I would have there before the foundry, which I would have, my assemblers. So I had a certain spacing, and I knew that I only wanted these beacons on one side. So that's why I just chose to do 4. That worked out really nice in terms of spacing, actually, to put 4 foundries. It's about the height of 7 assemblers, so it looks pretty good. So that was a good number for me there. For the robot frames, with the non-beacon version, you need 7. And so I just decided to use 4 because that would, put it right. Actually, maybe I could use 3. Yeah, so I'll probably do still 7 of these with 3 beacons each. That will get me all of the flying robot frames I need, and that matches the unmodulated and beacon version of the space. I'm going to need 3 of these batteries in the chemical plants. I could actually consider doing this in a cryogenic plant. That's probably a better option. So let's swap this over. I don't have any of the quality cryogenic molecules yet, so I'm not going to use quality for that. It's rare and rare. Yeah, actually, let's I bet I can get this just down to 1 cryogenic plant. Yeah, that's too many modules. We'll just do 2 cryogenic plants with 2 beacons. Or would 1 work? Yeah, let's do 2 beacons. So my batteries will be in 2 cryogenic plants. So obviously it's going to use copper and iron. Electronic engine units will need 4 of those with 1 beacon, so that'll be a pretty simple build. The engine units, 4 engine units with 1 beacon, and I put an efficiency module in there because I'd need 4 for the unbeaconed version, so I wanted to keep it at 4, so I don't need 2 speed ones. I'm going to be making these in foundries, well, in iron, and I was 101 before, and the rest is just stuff that's already made prior. So that's kind of my plan and how I plan to build this particular base. So let's start laying stuff out and get this thing built. All right, so I got the low density structure set up, so that is good. I got my 3 buildings here, which is what I wanted. They should all be 4 beacon, or that's more than enough, because I only need 12. So we'll put this out with a stack inserter. And these will be right here. Okay, so now I need 2 lanes. So this right here. Go that right here, I think, yeah. This is the last time I'll use green circuits, so that can just come up here, and then we will underground. Okay, perfect. So each of these uses right about 40, so that's 120 total, so that's gonna be fine. Stacked half stack green belt will give all that needs, and I don't need all 3 of these running at full speed, so that's perfect. So blue circuits are done, other than sulfuric acid. Let's get that in, so that is here. And this is the last I'm using sulfuric acid. So I don't have to worry about that anymore. Great. Oops. Short one. Cool. All right, those are done. All right, that's done. Next one. So the robot frames get steel and green circuits from the belt. Actually, you know what? That means I need... Actually, I do need the branch here. I forgot about the green circuits there. Yeah, I guess I do need a lot more green circuits. So wait, yeah, this needs steel and green circuits. So I need to do this actually. Let's go right here. I'll bring the steel in first. And then I do need green circuits also for these guys, I think, yeah. So let's... grounds. This side will be that right here. This needs to go here. This will go this way. There we go. Have to swap sides. Okay, there we go. Then this will need to be... These only need 3 beacons each, so that's perfect. Alright, great. Now let's add power poles in. Alright, there, that's better. Alright, let's Alright, so I think I want to have the robot frames come off kind of like this. Okay, got that settled. Let's move this. Have this one be here. See, the engines will have 4 beacons, right? Or actually, the engines only need 1. You know what? This will be plenty of engines. So now let's make the output like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. This. And this needs to be steel right here. Okay, now let's get the last of the iron out. Phew, got to the end of the line here. All right, so that's done. This should be making engines now. Great. Making more than enough engines. All right, now this needs to move over one. There we go. That looks good. Great. Now I just need lubricant and a single beacon, I believe. So put this here. This makes 0.13 each power. So that's 4.5. Need to make 3.6. Great, I have plenty of engine units. Cool. Let's see, we need the output here. This, and some undergrounds. Okay, now let's just get the perfect. All right. Now we just need one more thing, and that's the batteries, and then I'll be done with this whole base. Cool. All right, let's see, the batteries needed 2 beacons, so ooh, and I was going to use cryogenic plants as well. All right, so we need let's fix this. Cool. All right, and then no, I do not need to even have a gap like this. All right, we are making science. Cool, and I got everything capped off nicely. Awesome. We made all of our science. Now let's get one of these set up. Okay, we are hooked up. Let's make a train. And I think I'll be done after this. Great, everything looks good. All right, so we have 1800 signs per minute, yellow science. Now let me make sure I have a drop-off point, and this is programmed correctly. So go to pick up full cargo, then we go to drop off decargo. That'll take a minute to fill up. While it's happening, I'll go check the drop-off, make sure the drop-off's good. Cool. All right. Yeah, drop-off should be good. Awesome. All right, so we got a full train here. Let's see if it drops off. Cool. All looking good. All right, so I have my yellow science complete. It's been running for a good probably 10 minutes now, and it looks good. Everything, all the inputs are really backed up on the belt, so I know that I'm producing enough material, and it's getting a full half green belt single stacked. So cool. All right, now that I got that done, next episode I will focus on my space science and get this space science kind of fixed up. And hopefully going at the same speed as these. All right, well, thank you for watching. I will catch you in the next episode.